a good kit to stay safe from Buck, and still, probably, I think she hits the hardest in the game, correct?
She's a very heavy hitter, especially when she gets close. Now, she does have a slow-moving projectile, but she gets right on top of you, she'll burn you down. One thing to keep in mind as well, if they do run Eevee, that cripple is great at locking down targets that are mobile. Looking at the lineup here, we're not going to see Kinessa being played this time around, but it does look like, you know, Soar is going to pick up a Buck. It's going to be great. A lot of damage. Looks like he'll pick up concussion as well. Make sure he's got that landing damage. They're going to look to pick up Stolzy, who again is running that Androxus. We have Ruckus, Cassie, Fernando, and Pip on the side of Warpath, and we'll see if it works again.
Yeah, and you know what? Soar, obviously doing so well with Cuss on the Kinessa, they're feeling more comfortable on the Androxus here. So we're going to see a mirror Androxus. Let's see if Cuss has as good of an Androxus as Stolzy here as this game gets underway. And the first point capture is starting with a flank coming out from the boys of Soar.
There's the damage from Barrick. They're going to just flank. Stolzy dropping low. There goes the hit, and Stolzy will drop to Cuss. Cuss says, okay. You want counters Androxus?
Yeah.
More Androxus.
Best Androxus NA. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah. Hold that.
Unbelievable. Dosup's getting slayed by Wardoom again. Dosup's actually switching. Actually, no, he's on the Ruckus before. So Wardoom just showing his ability, and Cuss Cutie getting another kill. He's got 2 or 3 kills in this engagement so far. Soar looking really good.
Nice play. This aggressive Wardoom Barrick play. He's not even leaning on turrets. He's not setting up. He's driving the front line with a rifle.
Now Wardoom is what people are saying, best Barrick NA.
Best Barrick.
Best Barrick NA, best Barrick potentially in the world. Wardoom is hitting his shots, and one of the interesting things about Barrick and why he's always picked up, some of the reasons is blast shields. He's not affected by that.
That's right. He's just under the threshold, so he won't be triggered by that. Michael is going to force a lot of players. He's really just driving it back and forth. He's cattle driving these players as the shepherd. He's a shepherd. He's pushing them off the point, and it's working. Soar's going to pick up 88%, still standing on the point. It looks like they're going to get a little bit of pressure here with Smidgen.
Cuss Cutie getting the kill. PCAC almost backing off, but deciding and electing to stay on the point. Nice reversal there, but Kyle taking him out before he can hit the last revolver shot.
And remember, the reversal only captures damage and sends it back. And so you saw there, Suckile, he realized, okay, I'm dealing damage to the reversal, let me stop. He waits, and when the reversal comes back, it doesn't do that much damage, then he finishes him off. Great play.
Unbelievable. Motori's getting slayed there. Stolzy back in the fight and claiming his spot as one of the better Androxuses here. And it looks like Wardoom putting up the shield. Let's see if he can go ahead and take him out. Wardoom saying goodbye to Stolzy, man.
When in doubt, Mega Turret out. That's Wardoom's strategy through and through, and it's been working for him. Here comes some damage onto the Cassie, forcing her closer to the point. Cuss decides, you know what? The Kinessa was very good on Temple Ruins. Enchanted Forest, I want a little bit more mobility, a little bit more action. Cassie's going to fit that role.
Ooh, man, unbelievable. Really nice reversal and shot immediately after that. If you time it right, you can basically reversal and shoot very quickly for a huge burst of damage. And Soar, G2A, take the first point. Unbelievable by Soar.
Oh, there's the Androxus ult. He's going to try and hit an air shot. He can't find the air shot. He's dashing around. There goes the hit. He's going to pop a reversal. Can he hit it? He will hit it.
Oh, my God.
And at that point, his teammates sealed the deal there. The teammates will trigger the reversal, and down he goes.
That was hot, though. Unbelievable reversal. That's not an easy shot to hit,
It's not.
because it's a different projectile than the normal shot.
That's right.
In midair, sniping out the other Androxus. That was just fun to see, man. Stolzy and Cuss putting on a show here for us today.
A lot of top plays. We know this is just the semifinals. We're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be game number 3 of the semifinals. Warpath game against Soar. Soar's taking a lead here in the first round, but it's a best of 5.
Yeah, and of course, $100,000 on the line in this Founders Tournament for Paladins here at DreamHack Sweden. We're in Jung shopping here, and this is just a fantastic set so far. 1-1 tie. Stolzy looking to get taken down. Evil Mojo, but it's wasted.
Just too late there. Stolzy kind of held firm, shot that down, and made sure that even the ultimate came out, I still had some damage out. It's really good to be kind of aggressive in the face of adversity there.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, it's just amazing seeing some of these high-level players taking this game to, you know, such a competitive and such an intriguing level in terms of their strategies. I mean, it's in closed beta, but there's so much yet to come, and still seeing this scene develop from just this limited amount of character pool, it's pretty fascinating.
It is. Well, fascinating. A cursed arm is ready to go, and it could be fascinating all over the enemy team here. There goes the double kill. Not necessary. Cuss is showing, hey, I can play Androxus too.
Yeah, man.
Not a problem. Double kill on the front gates of Warpath, and it's Soar's Warpath actually this time around as they're barging right into their base.
Oh man, a cursed arm. He saves it. Immune from the Immortal. Air shots coming out. Cuss misses the last one.
There it is.
He gets it, and he slays Stolzy, man. This Androxus battle is hype. It's continuing to go on. No one has gotten the better of each other. Both bringing out the amazing plays. Hexafire wasted there by Dosups. Admittedly, it was not going to do much.
Great 3-man ult there. Not going to be enough, but it held some time. 4-0 in favor of Soar. I mean, it's awesome to see those plays. And it's great, too, because the positioning coming out from Androxus is perfect. Stolze is so focused on defending the point, and Cuss says, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Exactly. I'll just shoot you in midair. Yeah. And of course, he missed the last one, but following up with it, Androxus, you kind of are like never away from him. You can always get to. He can always get to you. He's got 3 dashes, and so you have to be alert at all times. Even if you think you escape, he's likely to come up and shoot you in the back.
Actually, Cuss on a 10 streak right now. He hasn't died in 10 kills. He's getting ready to go. And it looks like he's running deft hands, which means he actually will reload faster. That's a very powerful card for Androxus, knowing he's got a revolver. He's got 6 shots. He blows those shots, reloads fast.
Well, especially with Defiance taking out 3 of those shots, you're going to be wasting a lot of your ammo very quickly, doing a lot of burst damage, and you're going to be getting that 50% faster. So
nice trap on Fernando.
Yeah, Michael doing a great job again. And now it looks like as they need to take him down before he's able to pop his shield, and they do. Smidgen just getting taken down there as well.
Defiance to come out. There goes Dose-Ups. Cuss again, still going strong. Reversal's up, but he's got nowhere to go. From the front, from the behind, and actually Stolze will drop.
And you know what? That's going to help him in this Androxus battle because he's going to get his shots off faster. He's going to get more shots off, especially against Cuss, who is pretty much just doing so well. Excuse me, Cuss going against Stolze, and now actually looking at the pressure coming out from Smidgen, just doing such a fantastic job again on Cuss when he's available. He was on that 11-12 streak, not anymore. Smidgen takes him down and shuts down the streak.
Dose-Ups waiting for his teammates. In goes the fight. It's Smidgen looking to hold this down. Michael's feeling a lot of pressure here with that shotgun, but here comes the Fernando jump. Stop shooting my teammates is what he's saying. He's screaming it out loud, but it's not going to stop Warpath. They're getting ready to go. There goes the damage. They're going to capture it a little bit further here. 79% is what Soar got to, but at this point, it looks like Warpath might have the area.
Yeah, and if you get to 30, that's kind of like that magical number where you can pretty much capture it before they're able to group up and get back. We'll see if that happens this time. The disengage looking to come out, but Michael just jumping on him and doing half his health almost in just an instant burst.
I like the fact that they're trying to pick him off one by one. They say, okay, fine, you can have the capture point. We're not going to get there in time, but let's make sure that we get at least 1 or 2 picks before you start pushing. So that's very ineffective, and you have to wait. And buying time for themselves is very useful here.
Yeah, and now you see this is going on. Obviously, the camp spawning essentially here. Michael jumping around and just doing so much damage onto these backline characters. Stolze, however, surviving under the pressure. A nice reversal there. Kyle picks up Motorious pip-on-pip action, and Dose-Ups laying down Michael, so putting into that.
That was a big reversal. He held that one for a long time. Got a lot of damage from his teammates. Damage coming on Cassie, but because of kill to heal, he's going to kill PCAT, get some health back. At this point, they're pushing out. They actually got that capture there, so Warpath is looking like they might be able to tie this up.
Yeah, oh yeah, Warpath looking strong again. We saw it last game. They started out Soar, G2A, with a fantastic 4-0 lead, and that put them in a position to win the second, the very last point capture, and now we're seeing the same exact thing happen. Warpath getting a little bit of the momentum back in their favor.
Nice dodge roll behind the tree as you see the Androxus coming up. A cursed arm is there. Now, of course, remember, at any time Androxus is in the air, he can hold, jump, and slow his fall rate. So he's able to stay suspended in the air. They call him the king of the skies for a reason. He can dash in any direction, even upward, and he can hold his fall rate as he's up in the air. And choosing when to drop and when not to is what the finesse factor comes in for Androxus.
Right, more of the high-level plays. You'll see a lot of characters, or a lot of players pick up these characters and get the basic mechanics, but some of the higher-level strategies come in, at the competitive scene, and we're seeing that he used it to avoid the Kinessa snipes in game 1, and now we're seeing it used very effectively here.
Oh, he's tired of Michael. He is so angry. But Buck, very durable. He's got that self-heal as well. He's able to survive for the damage. It looks like he will fall to Dose-Ups up on the point there. They're getting closer and closer. If they can take out Nice Immortal coming out to keep his teammates alive, can they get the damage out of the way?
That's huge. They got Motorious, however, not before he could evil Mojo. Now, Stolze forced to get onto the point, try and take down PCAC and Wardoom, but it's just not happening. And an imprisonment by Michael is going to basically turn the tide of this fight. However, what a kill by, oh my God, rude.
Let's explain that really quickly.
Yes.
So Michael's ultimate imprisonment, he erects big rock walls that traps any targets that are inside with him.
Right.
Those rock walls have a certain amount of health.
Right.
The only problem is if there is a Ruckus outside who's hexafiring. So Ruckus has 1 minigun arm. His right click, he's able to do dual fire. His ultimate's Hexafire, so he brings out 2 additional miniguns and then 2 rocket launchers and just sprays the area. So the damage that comes out from that, now Ruckus can't move very well. And he's kind of exposed, he also can't stop firing, so he's kind of stuck. But while he's doing that, he's a huge threat. He burned through the imprisonment immediately, killed everyone inside, and then captured the point.
Unbelievable. A couple of different characters, different players getting credit for the kills, but of course Ruckus playing the biggest factor in that engagement and allowing Warpath Gaming to tie it up here as Michael going immediately for the flank, deciding to jump heroic leap back out and reposition using the speed, not only with Equestrian, but with his charge on his mount, being able to go ahead and reposition very effectively.
Nice flank damage from Pip there on the side of Warpath. They're going to try and get back to this point. Cassie ult is up, but again, it is triggering a lot of AoE damage and damage amplification on top of Pip. Michael says, I've had enough with this little rat. Looks like Weightless is not ready yet. One more reload. There goes the shot, Boom. And Suckile goes down.
Boom, and that's just, you know, impressive because not only the timing of that, but Pip did not expect to be jumped on right there. Suckile was not expecting Michael to fully aggress because he was on the other side of the arena. He was basically not even near him, but of course the heroic leap can go so far. Immediately he becomes this dangerous threat, so they always have to keep their eyes out.
You're seeing now, and again, Buck was a huge underdog for this tournament. Actually, most teams we talk to don't pick Buck. He's not good. He's not good. Don't put him in your comp. He's dead. And then in this game, we're seeing not the case.
No, not at all. And you know what? The one team that did play Buck and saw some success with Buck was Soar. That's why I predicted that Michael was going to play him in this game. And so far, you gotta say it's worked out pretty incredibly.
Nice Pip ultimate there from Soar, keeping everyone in place, 93% on the point. But again, they're not getting too aggressive on it just yet. They want to get the picks. They realize it's all about the team fight here. Look for the damage on Ruckus. He's got the ultimate, trap him inside. And again, Buck has reduced damage while he's inside. He's fighting 3 people at once. He takes out Stolzy. Here comes Androxus, no ultimate available.
Wow, and now the entire team is grouped up, and that's exactly what we've seen. 93 points for Soar, but it doesn't matter because all 5 members of Warpath are standing there on the point like, hey, it's all right. You're not going to get back on here.
There's Hexafire again. Nice shield coming out from Barrack. Some damage coming through, but the Hexafire is still going. A double kill with dose ups. And again, that's the beauty of a map like Enchanted Forest. If you get the right spot with Hexafire, there's not anywhere you can really run to, and this you have the mobility to get there.
And that is the exact definition of how you want to play up, using the damage and taking out some of those characters who are trying to aggress onto you, not only delaying, but killing them. That's the best case scenario. And now Warpath go ahead up 2 points here, 6-4 in this 3rd game, actually, of this encounter between Soar G2A and Warpath Gaming.
We now descend into a push phase, 2 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock here at Rain Day, and it looks like Soar is ready to defend here, but Warpath, they've been able to get the better of them. The Buck is now surprising them less and less. They're getting acclimated to it.
It's weird because the Buck is working. We're seeing it work over and over again, but something is going wrong in these team fights for Soar. And a lot of it, I think, is not necessarily Soar's fault. It's Warpath are doing a really good job of grouping up and staying away from objectives they shouldn't be fighting at and waiting for the right time.
Nice route there, going to force him to charge prematurely. He does have the ultimate available. He'll drop low. The burn that's coming through from Fernando. Can they kill him in time? There goes the shield. His Rockwall will fall, and now he's exposed. There goes the hit from Rude. Cassie takes him out, looking for Fernando. He's jumping up, but at this time, looks like Androx's going to take him out.
Yeah, and you know what? Cuss has been a little quiet as well. We saw Cuss early on in this match just lighten it up, 11-12 streak. Haven't really seen him on the scoreboard for a minute here as well, and so we'd like to see him get back in the game. It's going to be an important hold. If they don't get it, next capture point is going to be game potentially for Warpath Gaming, so they've definitely got to get a hold here if Soar wants to stay in this fight.
Payload is sitting still. Looks like Soar has been able to hold it down. Nice route from Buck. Michael's going to back up immediately. Now Androxus has his last dash available, and look at the pressure coming out from Spidget. He wants that Fernando just push the squishy targets back. Cuss actually has to now go back to the base and heal up, and so does Wardoom. So can Soar buy enough time to make this work?
You know what? Here's the thing. This is the hardest point. This is the hardest choke point to get through. You see a lot of defenses stall here and stop here because, again, look, Barrack can set up his barricade so well here. He can put a turret behind it. It's just so much pressure. You have to deal with it, and of course, the high ground is a very good advantage for the defending team. And so I can expect this to actually not be as close as it seems to being pushed in. There's still a long way to go if Warpath want to take this one.
Look at that route. It's just so good. He's able to just keep targets in place. Net shot about to come off cooldown again. Very short cooldown, heroic leap as well. And so anytime you see a squishy target, they don't have their movement ability available. He roots him in place and takes him out. Watch this. There goes the damage. Lands on top, crushes him with the jump as it deals damage when he lands. He has a card for that in his loadout. And now we're going to see the ultimate's available. Traps him inside and says, you know what? You want to kill my teammates? Not going to happen.
And also, you want to go to that point where you have to get some... No, thank you, sir. You'll stay right in here with me. Let's talk. We need to have that conversation. So, although he does get taken out by dose-ups, the deed was done. It's effective, and they are not going to be able to push this in. This is going to be a successful defense. Unless it takes to overtime, and it seems like it has. The advantage still with Soar Gaming, but surprising overtime tick. I was not expecting that.
They're going to trigger overtime again. They're dealing a lot of damage here. It's going to be 1-for-1, blow for blow, but it looks like Soar is going to get the better of them. One player still remaining, and there goes the kill. Stolzy will fall, Zero will go down, and now it's 6-5, just barely in the lead of Warpath.
Yeah, and this is is a good point for Soar to start looking at. Okay, we're defending well. Obviously, we know that we can get some points back, even if we lose the capture point.
Right.
They're running out of time now. Yes, they can get one more, and if Warpath happen to capture this and they get the defense, it will be basically who wins the next one. So, still a little bit of time to make some mistakes, but if Soar want to win this and go ahead, they're going to need to focus on getting this capture point. What can they do, Dry Bear, with that buck to basically, enhance their chances of winning?
I think they really need just to focus on the Cassie and the Androxus. Make sure they have that locked down. I think Pip is, he's harmful, but he's not the end-all be-all. Right? He's going to be throwing damage out from the back. He has to kind of retreat when he gets stuck out. And he leans on that weightless as well as the healing potion to position himself properly. And he'll have a lot of downtime if he gets too much pressure. But if you keep Cassie out of it and Androxus, there's not a whole lot of damage that can't be avoided.
And Stolzy actually taking out Cutie, so that Androxus on Androxus crime happening, but Michael not after. He has something to say about it and takes down Suckile as well. So it should be 1-1 here in this team fight. PCAC waiting, Fernando off, chasing some of these squishier players off of the point so they can't be effective in terms of this capture fight.
Fernando is so good at that. He finds no steps getting on his mound, just casually hanging out. Michael, of course, that heroic league allows him to have so much mobility. He's able to get closer and closer with that shotgun. Recovery is active and go back to full HP, but Warpath has the point.
That's a pretty sick tattoo going on for Buck, by the way, as well. He's just a muscular dude. You don't expect this guy to be jumping up from behind you, and he just is doing it so well again.
He's a very sneaky large man.
He is a sneaky large man. He needs a ninja kind of costume going on, a skin or something, perhaps, because he is very sneaky here, and Michael doing a great job showing off this character's strengths. That's another thing. Haven't seen Buck played this well in a very long time. It's cool to be at this level and see these characters used in these really efficient ways.
That's absolutely right. I mean, at this point, it's been efficient. 53%, 57% now for Soar. They have control, but it looks like Warpath is on their way. Stolzy might be jumping the gun here. There's only 3 players on the point. They've got a great setup with the barrack, but Ultimates might turn that.
He smelled Buck, and he's like, another step in the air. He's like,
someone's here.
Someone's here. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? No. So it looks like Soar is at the apex, almost about to capture, and they have done it. They take the lead against Soar. Warpath Gaming. Soar potentially able to end here if they can push this successfully.
Look at Buck yet again finding Cassie and then gets out. His ability to engage and then disengage is so powerful. Now, if you catch him, he is an easy target. All he has that self-heal. If he has no jump available, you burn him down pretty easily, unlike the Fernando who can pop the shield up or barrack. But again, if Michael takes the right points and makes the right decisions at the right time, he can keep himself alive for long periods.
Very long periods, and more so than other characters. Not the squishy kind of character that only has a 1750 health pool. He's got a 3,000 health pool, so when he heals up to full, it's going to mean a lot. You're going to have to kill 2 of them, basically, versus if you were trying to kill a Cassie. Nice Immortal there from the Fernando, slowing the payload push, and now they're going to have to break off and kind of take a second to recoup and get their health back.
Almost triggering their overheat. Just straddling that line there is PCAC. Nice shield up. Ruckus is coming through. They're really waiting for some damage, but now he's surrounded. He's going to save his Immortal. And again, Fernando's Immortal means that he and anyone nearby on his team cannot drop below 1,500 health. For him, that's a low amount. For Cassie, who has 1,850, that's really most of her health. And so what he does is he prevents anyone on his team nearby from dying. And it's a very, very powerful stall ultimate for a tank to have.
Right, and you can shoot still. It means you're fully active. It's just you're kind of invincible for a few seconds, which is pretty good to use. Obviously, we'll see the timing of that. Really nice plays coming out. Cutie getting taken out, however, by Rude, who's done a very good job on this Cassie for Warpath so far.
Damage on Fernando, forcing away, going to try and find Stolzy, looking for the fireball. Does he have it soon? 5 seconds left. The Immortal's still available for Soar, remember that. So Fernando will probably drop here as that shield goes down. He pops up the Insurmountable with that Equestrian as well to keep his shield going. He's burning through the grass there, trying to get the Cassie, but Immortal is primed.
Yeah, and this is a great place to hang out, especially as the payload is pushing, so you don't get the damage. Hiding underneath the bridge of this little cross point here is very, very effective for some of the characters. And Michael just jumping in. Imprisonment going down, trying to jump down and take down the Cassie. However, the immunity comes up. It must have been an Immortal from the enemy Fernando on Warpath.
Great pick up there. Taking out Michael's a big pick. We're going to see that Motoris is going to go down as well. So it's 3 versus 2. Cuss trying to hold it down. The respawns are coming in. The defender's advantage is still there. This is where they spawn. This is their hometown. And they're trying to get them here. It's not going to be easy.
Oh my God. Home court advantage, though, not mattering. Cuss takes down Suckile. Can he stay alive? And it can't. The question has been answered, and it looks like Warpath, they're going to take this game, but no overtime. So it's still there. It may be possible for them to go ahead and get the kills, but now Motori is not going to do enough, and it looks like Warpath will hold this.
Soar getting a little greedy there.
Yeah.
You know, this is one thing that we see a lot in Paladins. The teams really need to wait. They need to wait for their teammates to show up, group up, get that, you know, 5-man push.
Right.
But if you keep trickling in, you're going to keep dying, especially when you're against the enemy team in their own base where they spawn.
Yeah.
Right? And they have a healing wall right behind them. They're going to stay healthy through that process. And so if you get a little too greedy and a little bit too aggressive, you can just keep feeding them ultimate charge.
Well, we know how much Soar wants to win, right? They've got so much on the line in terms of not only what they've said before, but how they feel about this. 6 months training. They saw the Founders Tournament and said, we're getting a team together for this. So 6 months in the making for this moment. It is 7-7. The next capture point determines who goes up 2-1 in these games. This is huge for them.
That's big. 7-7. This capture point will end it. This is match point for both these teams. So whoever captures this objective will win this match and go up 2-1 against their opponent. They're pressuring pretty aggressively on the side of Soar. In fact, Warpath is on the back foot.
Yeah, Cutie trying to find out Rude, and that could be a huge play. He does take him out. Cutie evening the advantage there, as well as since Michael got taken out by Kyle the Pimp on the side of Warpath.
Damage on Fernando. He's trying to keep them away from the capture point. Warpath is making progress here, but as we know, that isn't the end-all be-all.
Hitting his shots there. Cuss doing a great job, staying alive, pressuring the Pimp now. Another step towards him. Fernando, oh, the evil mojo comes out. Still alive, though.
Pip ultimate. That's a great way to slow and advance.
Yep.
If the enemy team just jumps on you like that, you turn all the chickens, you take all their momentum away. The mega turret's going to come down. Wardoom's so good at choosing when to use that. Going to take the targets out. We got a lot of defense coming out from Barrack and Fernando here. There goes the insurmountable pick up with Equestrian, keep himself healthy with that shield. He gets a shield every time he mounts up. Equestrian means he mounts faster. So the whole damn point here, and again, 41% for Warpath. Soar says, okay, we're going to team fight win. We're going to take this point.
And now you see Cutie actually fighting the enemy Androxus. Stolzy over there on the side. Michael now joining the fight.
Man.
He's like, come on, man.
Get down here.
Fighting in the air. Come on, meet me on the ground, man. Let's go. Let's meet in the gym, I think Buck is saying as well.
Going down.
It's going down. And so now it looks like a huge aggression coming out from Warpath. Androxus rushing the point, knowing he can another step out of there. Michael jumping in on the Androxus, and he slays Stolzy. This could be the turning point here. It's 90 for Warp. It's 90 for Soar. Oh my God, Michael.
Gets the root, there's the heal coming up. They're looking for the Fernando. Fernando's holding his point the best he can. He's dropping low. He will fall to Michael. Michael with the third kill, gonna find it. Wardoom gonna pick off Dosubs. There goes the capture point. And Soar with the most perfect Kodak moment.
What is that?
On the objective, standing together. They will take game number 3 in this best of 5 series, heading to the grand finals of the Paladins $100,000 Founders Tournament. And now they're up 2-1. One more game, they win.
Couldn't have been a closer game. You talk about how they had that early aggression 4-0, and then Warpath came back, figuring it out somewhere in between. But because they had the 4-0 and they kept getting the strong defense, it put them in a position where it was just who picks up the last point, and Soar come through, soaring to take that victory. And I got to say, again, Michael being so effective on this Buck, but Wardoom just in his barrack. I mean, the mega turret timing.
It's perfect. I mean, he knows exactly when, you know, he waits. And it takes a lot of discipline to do that, right? So mega turret is Barrack's ultimate. When he pulls it all the way up, he pulls out his special remote timer, drops down the mega turret, and this turret stands in place, has a lot of health. It'll shoot heat-seeking rockets. They cannot be avoided. They will sneak towards you, explode, dealing AoE damage for a short period of time. This is a super turret. It's a mega turret. And so, you know, waiting until the last second, you're surrounded by enemies, your health's dropping lower and lower, and you say, okay, there's 5 dudes around me, now everyone die.
Wow. And let's take a look at the post-game stats here.
Look at that shielding on Wardoom.
I'm telling you, man, this guy is the best Barrack in NA right now. And I know, you know, it's hard to hear, but nobody on the team of Warpath is even playing Barrack. So I'm not insulting anybody right now. But no, so Wardoom just doing such a great job. 160,000 shielding. That's more than Smidgen and Dosubs combined.
Talk about best Androxus. Cuss is actually going to take the lead with 103,000 damage done. That's almost 20,000 more than Stolzy on that Androxus. Here's the maps, and it looks like, you know, we haven't made this far yet. So, of course, the first 3, Glacier Keep, Temple Ruins, and Enchanted Forest are the 3 maps forced to be set. When we go to game 4, it is the higher seed that gets to choose. And so in this case, we see Soar chooses Enchanted Forest for that 4th slot, and they're ready to go into this match. So they thought, you know, we won on Enchanted Forest, 9-7, it was close. We won on Temple Ruins, and it looks like they just don't want to get Glacier Keep back.
Ever. No
as long as they avoid that, we might be okay.
It's too cold out there, and also we lost in that round. So that's not what we want.
Buck's not wearing a shirt.
Exactly,
and so
man.
He doesn't want to go out in the cold.
Well, a tank top, I mean, that's like Southern California weather.
Thing, you know, he's even just got like the chest out.
I know. It's like a
plus he's flying through the air, and then, you know, when you breathe the cold air, your lungs get kind of sore.
Exactly.
It's bad.
No. We don't want that, and Buck doesn't want that either, so they decide to stay on Enchanted Forest. You see Soar Soar, Motorius, and Michael there just discussing, very focused. You know, PCAG actually, however, just laughing, just feeling comfortable. I think these guys are confident that they can take this.
They feel it. You know, going into the fourth game, they only need one more match. This might be it. They know they do well on Enchanted Forest. This is kind of their game to play. You know, looking over at Warpath, they got to make some kind of change here. It seems like, you know, they're playing that game saying, okay, picks, we're going to let them be and just try to play the best game we can and see if we can come out on top. But it seems like the factor of that buck coming out, being, you know, the War Doom on Barrick, every single time they get into trouble, they lean on him and it works. And then, of course, the Hexifier from Ruckus in the right position can take a lot of damage.
And here's the interesting thing, because obviously we didn't see any changes, and I don't think we'll see any changes from Soar here as well, but will we see changes on the side of Warpath Gaming? This is their last shot. This is when you pull out the stops.
It's a tough decision, right? Especially when you go into the qualifiers, you come into the semifinals to say, we have something that's been working for us for so long. But it's all dependent on this one game. If they lose here, they lose it all. They get disqualified. They get knocked out, right? They go down to third, fourth tie, and then they'd have to watch Soar go into the grand finals to see who wins the $100,000 Founders Tournament. So, you know, it's a risky play. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. And if they have the confidence level to say, maybe we'll bring on Eevee, right? Maybe we'll bring on a Drogos. We don't play that very often, right? Bringing those picks in sometimes can make a huge difference.
And you know what would be an interesting pick, because Drogos would be not a counter, but an interesting delay. He can fly, he can get away from Buck, so he's got the air. Buck can't shoot him there. He's got a shotgun, a little bit of shorter range. Obviously, if you're shooting farther away, less damage. But the other thing is that he's got the Expectorate, or the Fire Spin. Right, so he's going to be able to blast Buck back. If he jumps in, back out.
Get away.
And then jump in again, fly away. So again, two other characters they haven't been picking up that could be pretty good in dealing with Buck. I'm interested. I think we may see a change here. I don't know, but I think we may.
But we do know that, you know, characters like Grover and Eevee have cripples built in their kit, which means if you get hit by a cripple, you can't use your movement ability, which in this case, Buck won't be able to jump away, Cass won't be able to dodge roll, and Droxus won't be able to dash. And so if you pick up the Eevee and you have that Ice Storm ultimate, you throw it on top of him, Droxus, he's going nowhere. He's just going to be easy target. Same thing for Buck. So they have that option available as well. If they decide to go with Grover, Grover has the